Hi, welcome to a new video. This is a vlog, not doing any testing today, just a bit of a thing on how things are. I'm actually in the Lake District. I'm at Coniston. I'm at Park Coppice, the Caravan and Motorhome club site. Now it's about, God, it's a long time since I've stopped on it. I think it was about 2006 or 7, and I drove up from the NEC show actually at that particular time. I've got my granddaughter with me, so she's having a bit of a cry at the moment because obviously she wants to get up and out of the car. I've just done a bit of the rigmarole of signing in at the office there, which you never used to do when you were a visitor. You just came, told who you were going to see, and off you went. You could either leave your car, or sometimes you were allowed to go down on the pitch. Obviously it varies from site to site, but I've not been on a Caravan Club site for about 3 or 4 years. And obviously things have changed a little bit. You probably tell me differently, that's been around for a while, but I sort of questioned them and said, well, how long's that been? And this was like, looked to me as though saying, oh, don't you know? Well, it's like 4 years ago I was on the club site. And 2006-7 when I was in here. Right, so it's a lovely day. It's been really, really rainy here. The roads are really wet coming here. I saw a bit of an accident on the way up, just outside of Kendal. As I say, I've come to visit a friend of mine in his Swift. I think he's got a Swift Challenger dealer special, so a fairway, so it's one of broad lanes. I've come to see him and his partner, and we'll have a bit of a chat about caravans and the way things are and everything. But I'm just going to have a quick thing, bit of chat to you, because the subscribers are nice going up. We're about 70 odd now from 4,000. Sorry I keep going on that, but we still need to hit that button. And I'm getting lots of likes. We're getting lots of good reaction off people, and it's fantastic. So a big thank you for everybody. Now the thing is, I told you about that book I was doing. Now that book called The Visual History of the Motorhome, and I said I wouldn't be surprised if that book virtually gets hammered, basically cancelled. And lo and behold, on Thursday this last week, basically I got an email saying the contract had been cancelled. Well, like I said to you, it was no surprise. I'm going to turn around here because I'll show you the car's nicely polished up. I was no surprise, but I was a little bit sick because at the end of it I'd started to put a lot of work into it. I've been waiting for a lot of archive material and things and doing a lot of rummaging around, and the book is about halfway through, so I got back onto them and just said, look, you know, can I have a reprieve please, because basically, you know, there's a lot of work going into this book and I just don't want to get shelved. So I've got to the end of November to get that in. Hopefully then about November, December, I'll be able to show you the cover. I'm really pleased about the cover. It looks really, really good. So that's back on the go, thank God. Anyway, so the next thing is, I was just looking at the Tow Car of the Year awards. Now I don't know what you lot think. You lot, that's not very nice. You subscribers think. But best luxury car, tow car, Bentley. Come on, that's a supercar. It's not a luxury car, it's a supercar, for goodness sake. Porsche, best tow car? Come on. Now, look, if you've seen some of these, you may have noticed, I don't know if you have, I mean, I'm a member of the Guild of Motoring Writers, and getting test cars these days now is very, very difficult unless you write for someone like the big people like Autocar or people like that, or even possibly the Caravan Club. But I've noticed now that the lack of actual cars that are being entered in these awards is quite dramatic. They've been cut back one heck of a lot, and I think you'll agree with that as well, because I think the only sort of, I mean, I know they've given a few of the electric cars a bit of a, some of them got some bits of awards, haven't they? But I mean, I've not gone through it all. It's all pretty predictable, really, I suppose. But I do know somebody on one of those tests, and that person will remain nameless, not on the Caravan Club one. And he said the electric cars are a bit of a nightmare because of the amount of work they do. They need charging up constantly. But anyway, that's another story. But I just thought, you know, come on, Porsche, best tow car. Oh yeah, we're all going to go out and rush out and buy one, aren't we? I mean, last year actually it was a trusty old Skoda Karoq, the same one, Sportline, like mine, even in the same colour, except mine's a slightly older model. Mine's just pre-facelift. And yes, I've towed with it, not many often, but I've towed with it, and it is a great tow car. It's a 150 diesel, it's a TDI obviously, it's got the AdBlue, and it really pulls well. It's got the 4-wheel drive. You can put it into 4-wheel drive, or if you want, you can. It'll go auto in 4-wheel drive. I can get 55 to the gallon with it. It'll have seat 5 with comfort. There's a decent boot on it. It feels well made. It's got that VW quality feel about it, at less than a VW price. So I'm still a very big firm Skoda fan. But I'm going to do a bit of a review on my car at some stage, because I think the Skoda Karoq is a really good car. If you don't want anything too big, but you don't want anything too small, it really fits nicely in between. Right, enough of that. I shall now go and find my friend, or get him to come and find me. Caravan's coming on here all the time. Now the road here is quite narrow in parts, because I know I've towed up and down here a couple of times, and towing a Caravan up and down is it can be quite tight in places, and just driving down here just solo reminded me how tight it was. I've only ever done a motorhome down here once or twice, I think, and that was a bit hairy at times. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off, because there's people here now, and my friends come up to see me, and I'm going to log off. So I shall see you on the next video. Please keep watching, and I might do a few shots of these and have this on, I don't know. I'll see how we get on. Alright, now one other interesting fact is, well, it may be of interest, a bit of trivia really, is, look at my daughter, my granddaughter should I say. She's looking very uninterested, wondering what granddad's doing. But anyway, I don't use props, not like some of the other YouTubers have props. Coniston Lake, of course, was well known for the Donald Campbell water speed attempt record, and as we know, that was ill-fated. But as a sort of office, they actually had a Caravan, and that Caravan was a Bluebird Caravan, because of course his boat was called Bluebird, and the Bluebird Caravan was supplied by a company called Border Caravans that were up at Carlisle at that time, and they supplied him that Caravan specially for that speed attempt, and Donald Campbell liked that fact that the Caravan was called Bluebird, and obviously the boat was Bluebird. Doesn't really, not very important, I know, but just something that some people may not want to know. I've been and visited now. It's been a pleasant afternoon. Just went into Coniston, had a bit of a tea and a piece of cake, and just had a general chat about caravans really, and caravanning and how things are going and all that type of thing. There's been quite a few people coming here on the site as I've been here. It's gone quiet now, and there's lights flashing on in the background there. I keep thinking it's Christmas. It's not, it's Halloween lights, but of course it's October, although Halloween's 20 days off yet. But anyway, I had a quick look round the site. I've not done any videoing of it, but it's pretty much as I remember it. But everything like the toilet blocks and everything like that seem obviously a lot better, and because I think they spent quite a bit of money in getting this site redone. It's very treey, and there are some clearings where my friend is, that's clear and they get the sun there, but there are some quite dark pitches on there. The other good thing is though, you can walk to Coniston. There's lots of pubs nearby and close by. Coniston's, I don't know how far you'd say it was, maybe about a mile or something down the road, but you can actually walk down by the way. I've done it in years gone by, and it's quite an enjoyable walk, and yeah, this is a pleasant spot. You're in the heart of the Lake District, and basically you can come here and also rent like a lodge as well. which are Swifts, I think. Actually, I think they're Swift S pods, and there's a few of those down the way, and there's also some glamping pods as well, which is something that, but I think both clubs do now. They've seen that as another area of people wanting to use, not just touring caravans and motorhomes. Yeah. So anyway, again, I'll round this video up, and we'll call it a day. As I say, please keep watching, please keep subscribing. I've already said that, so I don't want to say it for again. But anyway, I'm going to get going home. About an hour, just over an hour to drive back home, and at least it's stopped. It's not even going to rain, but I believe it's been throwing it down here this week, according to my friend, and judging by all the fields around and the roads, it's still very wet, where at home it wasn't quite as bad. Anyway, I'm off.